Yo, Milkman, Mr. Milk Tax, coming back at you with another episode, Splashing in the Fishbowl. On today's episode, more interesting debate, Muslims and Islam and everybody that believes in Allah. Let's listen in.
That's what we're telling you. Your Quran is false because it's just simply false when we go into the previous scriptures. That's the point.
But is that not you also putting for the fact that the Injil is what you have?
The Injil has always been what we have. It hasn't been anything different. And if you're saying that it's something else, well, then you should show us what it is, what manuscripts you have of the Injil that matches with the Quran. You have nothing. So what you're saying is I don't believe what you have is the Injil, but I also don't have anything to provide any evidence of my Injil as well.
No, I think independently, when we scrutinize what you are referring as the Injil, it's kind of, I don't know, it's reaching in a sense that if we were to categorize, okay, these are the books from God, and we have to look at what you have, like your book of, okay, just like me saying hadiths are from God, like that's the way an argument I can put forward if I were to accept that, oh, the Bible too is from God, because looking at it independently, those two books, we know that.
What's going on? How you doing tonight? I'm alright. Like I said, I still feel it, but we pushing through, baby. We praying, staying prayed up and pushing through. We ain't tripping on nothing. Staying prayed up and pushing through. And I ain't go to that thing in the hospital yet. I can't lie, I've been taking that full 10 though. I really been sleeping. And usually sleep just heal everything. This stuff is not working. In other news, on the more positive note, we made it out of that snow. Appreciate the prayers. Definitely need them prayers. Appreciate it. In Jesus' name, yes. But good news, on some good news, we made it out of the snow. Yes, we made it out of that snow, you hear me? Only thing I took was some gas X. I ain't really take like no pain medication. I ain't a real big pill, man. I don't like all that stuff, right? I'll be like, yo, God, hit it. God, do it. Jesus, take the wheel. Now, I'm gonna get some, I'm gonna see about it. And they do feel relief when I like burp or something, so could be. Oh, yeah, that's where I live at right now. Y'all at, well, it's Sunday, 7:30. Y'all should be good. It's usually gonna always be some traffic on 85 though, especially on 75 or 85, but there's always gonna be some traffic on 285. Because they got everlasting construction over there. They're never going to be finished with that construction. I think they've been constructing on that place since I moved there. It is a beautiful city, though. There's always something to do in the A. No, I don't know if it's, you know how sometimes you get gas in like different parts of your body? So I was thinking maybe it was like gas in my back. Yeah, I was thinking maybe gas in my back. Hunch over like you driving hunched over constantly, every now and then you straighten your back out. So I think it's come from maybe just too much sitting in the sitting position, going over all these rough ass roads, and that maybe messed up a disc or something. I'm praying it's gas, something simple. But if it's a disc or something, I've been watching YouTube, they do like the chiropractor pull bones a certain way to straighten it out. So it's just about catching it early, and it's still early. We like 3-4 days in with this pain, so we still early with it. If I was home, I probably would have been ran to the emergency room like, what in the world? But because I'm in the world working, and it's like, I don't know, you have to be a trucker to understand, like, when you got to deliver them loads. Like, hey, this load got to get dropped. Yeah, I'm in pain and all that, but that pain got to wait. Can I drop this load? I got to send these BOLs in. You talking about this chili out there. Shit, it was like 14 and 13 where I was at. But yeah, that was funny right there. You like, but everybody dies. Hold on, let me send these BOLs in first. Send these bills in first. Hold on. But see. I'm gonna have to Google that. Yeah, like I said, I'm still prayed up though. We ain't tripping. We ain't tripping. Hey, you see I'm on here and I might hit a pothole and wince, but I'm still smiling because it's like, yo, I ain't even, and it been so much pain, it's like I'm not reading the book, The Positive Attitude or The Power of Your Attitude book, because I'm in so much pain. I can't say it for 3-4 pages of reading. That's like 20, maybe 25, 30 minutes of reading. Nah. But the effect of the books have been, residing with me. Like, hey, no matter what's going on, it's about your attitude, how you looking at the situation. No matter what it is, it's your attitude and how you respond. That's the most important shit. I don't care if they tell you get your shit and get out. You gotta get on the street. Get all your stuff, pack it up. We tired of it. You gotta get out. You know, your phone get cut off, your lights get cut off, your water get cut off. It's the worst shit happening. They repose your car. Whatever is happening bad in life, your health deteriorating, it's your response. Because that's all you basically got is your response. So what's your attitude going to be? A detrimental attitude or woe is me attitude? No. We're on a millionaire mission, and no matter if we sick, lost a limb, lost a family member, lost a loved one, lost love, whatever, we got to stay on this mission, man. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to fight through sickness. We got to fight through lost limbs. We got to fight through lost love. We got to fight through all the bullshit crap and keep going. Because the other option is giving up. And the people that give up in life, we can see them clearly. They are at the store when we walking in asking us for dollars. They under the bridge. They the people in the tents that you see them but you don't see them. Like if you go to California, you can't help but see them. They got whole strips of homeless people that's on the street. Las Vegas too. A lot of places like that. Baltimore, Pennsylvania, a lot of places got homeless, like scripts where all the homeless people gather and put their tents up, and that's where they live at. So no matter what's going on, it's our attitude and our response. Because our attitude, if you got a detrimental, negative attitude, you're gonna sink deeper. But if you have a positive attitude and you're fucked up in the midst of your mess, in the midst of your bad situation, you're gonna keep thinking about positive ways to come out of that situation, and the better it could be. And also something totally different I was listening to, because I be listening to all kind of trying to enlighten my mind type stuff. One thing that I was listening to said, you can sometimes, you have to trick your brain, like bad financial situation, like you don't have the money to take the trips, to take the vacation, do all the things that you want to do. You have to trick your mind. He said you have to go into your imagination, and you have to use your imagination to see yourself in the nice vehicle, in the nice house, with the money in the bank account? What are you gonna actually do when you have said dollars? And for a lot of adults, like I've noticed, like, okay, I said the inner child shit was a part of craziness. I'm still gonna say that you shouldn't be having conversations with no inner child, but I'm gonna say it's I can see a connection from like imagination as an adult being connected to your child, your when you, let's okay inner child, whatever, your inner child from when you was a child. Your imagination, that same imagination that you had as a child, you have now. But as an adult, we have become so screwed with life that we just see black and white. We just see the bills is this much, I need to make this much. We don't have too much imagination on imagining shit. We like real life, like this bill better be paid for real. You know, time to be out here imaginary fantasy world. So in that sense, I can see where having a connection to an inner child, like your youthfulness or your imagination when you were youthful. Like the world, the sky was the fucking limit when you were a teenager or coming up. You believe you could do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody can tell you you can't do nothing. You can jump off this building and fly like Superman. You feel me? Good thing none of us never did that, because you wouldn't be here listening to me. But facts is your attitude about everything. That's just the facts on it. Excuse my rambling, but those are the facts. So we're gonna keep a positive attitude. Give me a minute. I'm about to pull over a couple minutes. I'll read everything. Listen, I ain't never seen the real thing in real life, but I seen it online. The giving of birth, that is some shit right there. Goodness gracious. But I can also say, don't let that the thought that she had kids, a lot of kids make you think like, it's no good. No. The reason she had so many kids is the snapper. She got that snapper, man. That's why niggas couldn't pull out. They just kept putting the kids in there. Like, that's, I know my girl had 5 kids before I met her. So, yeah, that's that snapper. I'm just saying. No disrespect. I'm just saying. I know what that is. Oh yeah, back to the Muslim debate though.
Because I went through a long period before accepting that truly the Quran is true. So I can't come to
well, then respectfully, well, you know, I may just have to move on then, because there's nothing that I can tell you if you're going to come to the conversation as if your Quran is automatically right. That's just like me saying if my Bible says something about history, and then I go look at what the Bible is talking about in history and then see an inaccuracy from a historical claim that my Bible is making, I'm going to say, well, there has to be some other reason. It's been altered. It's been changed. Somebody said something different.
Sorry to cut you in. I think it's kind of different because the yardstick I'm using is not the one you want me to use. You want me to use your Bible to prove that the Quran is true. How about the yardstick? No. I want you to use history to prove that your Quran is true. Your Quran doesn't just make baseless claims. Are you saying that your God is revealing revelations to Muhammad that can't be proven? Are you saying nothing that was revealed to Muhammad in regards to what came before him can be proven? It's too convenient. It's too convenient if that's the case. That's what I'm saying. All you have. Look at what. 1 second. One second. Look at what the comment says. All you have is what the Quran says, and this is what we get from Muslims all day.
Well, the Quran says, the Quran says, the Quran says. All right, but your Quran makes a historical claim. And if we go back into history, we see that that historical claim that your Quran says is false. And what Muslim says is we don't care. That may not even be what the Quran is talking about. It has to be talking about something else. And then when we say,
All right, be safe. Be safe. Be safe.
Nah, I'm not going to that kind of conversation.
that's what you just said.
Okay.
Double on one. Let me just say, that's literally what you're doing. Well, and I'll show you how. Your Quran says that Jesus never claimed to be crucified. Jesus never claimed to be the Son of God. And Jesus never claimed that.
Yeah, I can't stop snacking myself. I need to cut it out.
Where do we find that in Jill? Where is that in Jill? Where are the manuscripts of these claims?
These claims that you made mention of, there are some reference that we can click with. Some of the things in your Bible. With your Bible, or some of the things that you people don't claim to be in the Bible.
There we go. And now we're building. There we go. Well, we can find evidence of some of these claims in the Bible. As a matter of fact, that's false because all of the claims that I showed you are actually in the Bible. So you're telling me you can find evidence otherwise from the same Bible that I have? So Jesus is not the Son of God. Jesus saying he won't be crucified. And Jesus saying the only way to get to the Father is not through him?
Yeah, because the main mention of Father in the statements clearly shows that, okay, the Quran does not use that terminology. Because we can actually argue on if God is.
So where are the verses in the Bible that say the opposite of what I said the Bible says? Where are those verses at?
That said the opposite. I think I can't really pick out verses, but I think there are some things I've read in the Bible.
I appreciate it. I'll try. Get some yoga when I stop at the pilot myself.
God is one. Okay, Joseph Smith said God is one. So what? Does that mean that? So what? Does that mean that that's part of the Injil? That's the Injil revealed after Muhammad? What? There's other scriptures that aren't Abraham that say God is one. Does that mean that's the Injil? There are false gospels that point to the fact that God is all powerful and etc. Does that mean that that's the Injil? Come on.
No. We are not saying the Injil in total. We are talking about things that can be found in the Injil in it also. We are saying in totality that is the Injil. I don't think.
My argument is that just because something says God is one or gives power to God alone doesn't mean that that is part of the Injil. I literally have a whole folder full of forged and false gospels right here that I can pull up right now, and they all give grace to God. They all have.
Nah, I appreciate that. That's why I said I'm gonna try it out when I
God being powerful and etc. Right, and they also have statements of Jesus, things that Jesus said. What do you have to use? For example, the Gospel of Thomas. Verse 2 says, Jesus said, those who seek should not seek until they find. When they find, they will be disturbed. When they are disturbed, they will marvel and rule over all. How do you know Jesus didn't say this? How do you know this verse isn't the Injil?
I can't really say if it's the Injil or not. The Injil is not something I can actually have physically to show you whether all these statements are in it.
Wait a minute, but hold on. The Quran is your yardstick, right? So how do you know this verse isn't the Injil? How do you know this? This is a statement from Jesus, right? How do you know Allah didn't reveal this to him?
So far, it's not contradicting the Quran, and I don't have any issue on it.
Boom, there it is. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the Gospel of Thomas could be the Injil, as long as it doesn't go against the Quran.
We are making it totality.
As long as it doesn't go against the Quran, it can be the Injil. All right, cool. So that's the Gospel of Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. So the Gospel of Thomas can be the Injil that the Quran is talking about. All right, that's one. Here, let me give you another one. These false Gospels. Let's see how many of these forged Gospels and Apocryphas are the Injil.
The crazy part to me be like how much
How do you know any of these things
how much the Christian brothers know about the Muslim part. Like, they know these boys' whole religion, like, sometimes better than them. I tried to study the Quran, I could not get into
It's
it.
funny.
I went to go and press back. I'm sorry that I went to go and press back. Like,
Oh,
so it can't.
okay. So how do you know any of these statements are here and it's not the Injil? Gospel of Peter.
This is about Bailey. This can be from Revelation 5. I think it can be. This is more of autograph.
Ouch.
I mean biography rather.
Ah.
Like for me, it's I know I said you said you should take sense out of it, and I can't take common sense out of it because this is looking more like a writer thing. I don't know if you've read the Quran and seen how well it's been put.
I'm asking you. How do you know that the statements that are contained in the Gospel of Peter, right here in front of your face, is not the Injil, does not contain some of the Injil? How do you know?
I can't confirm, I can't deny.
Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's another one. So the Gospel of Peter could contain some of the Injil.
Sure.
All right. So there we go. Now let's get another one. Go ahead and get another one. Let's just keep going. Keep on going, man. What about that? What about this one? How do you know what's not contained in what we have of the Gospel of the Ebionites? How do you know that what is contained in this, if we can even verify any of this, how do you know that what we have that's contained in this is the Injil or not? How do you know? How would you guys think whether the Gospel of the Ebionites is true? How do you know?
Just like you asking me to check all scriptures and confirm if this is in or not. There's not I want to confirm since the Injil in totality is not around. There's not I want to confirm. Just like you don't have the Bible and you are asking me to confirm if this is in the Bible or not.
Another thing, a lot of these Muslims, they don't talk clear. Like, they be saying stuff, but they don't be
the
clear.
argument here is how I call it. We can't reach any kind of
And they don't be saying nothing,
the
too.
Quran is not available, and I said, okay, does what this Bible say is it in the Quran or not? I can't affirm or deny that because the Bible and the Quran is not available in totality. Same thing with the Injil. So it's not I want to tell you that this is in the Injil or this is not in the Injil or whatever ideology that goes against the Quran. We totally deny that. Yes, this can be in the Injil because it has to be consistent.
Okay, well, like I said, man, go ahead and I would say do a little bit more research, man. You're kind of repeating yourself. You don't have any answers to what I'm asking you. You don't know how to dissect whether something is the gospel or not.
You want me to do your criteria? That is the.
You don't know. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 documents on Apocrypha and forged gospels. And you couldn't dissect whether any of them was the actual was actually the Injil or not.
It's because you've taken the position that those are the Injil. That's why I could have said bring out in the scripture, maybe spoke with the Injil.
None of what I brought you is the Injil. The Injil is Matthew.
So the Injil, to my understanding, the Injil is something that in the Quran, it tells the people that study in the Quran, if you don't believe what's in these scriptures, like go check the Torah and go check the Injil. So people like the Christian that's arguing with them because Muslims always point to saying, oh, it's in the Injil, but they don't have the Injil. They just have scriptures from the Injil that's in the Quran, or the Quran saying that something is in the Injil, but they don't have the Injil to confirm that.
We know what the gospel is, even with all of these apocryphals and forged gospels out there. You don't know what that is, and it shows because you thought I was showing you the gospels. I wasn't.
No. I just want to affirm. I don't want us to go back and affirm with this. I don't want to affirm. Like, did you believe that the revelation from God was Gospel of Mark, Matthew, and John? Is that what you believe?
Yep.
Let me just affirm your answer, okay?
Yes. The gospels is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Okay. I think we see revelation differently also. Problem.
Excuse me.
I say we see Revelation differently because I can't read Matthew, Gospel of Mark without any biases or any form of knowledge and believe that this is a direct revelation from God. I would say like okay, this is something my wrote, like it's biased, maybe it's biased.
That's fine, man.
Like that.
That's fine. And I look, you're at least you're honest about having a bias. You're saying I can't have this conversation without believing my Quran is true. So I'm just gonna have to move because there's nothing that I can say to you because you're gonna think your Quran is true. I just showed you a bunch of apocryphal and forged gospels, and you couldn't even dissect which one was the Injil or not. You said, well, as long as it's with the Quran, it's all good to go. So you don't really know, but yet you're still saying, well, yeah, I mean, I like the position my Quran is leaving me in when it comes down to the Injil. So it's all good, man. Thanks for coming.
Let me get some advice from you then. Are you saying since I've affirmed that the Quran is true, I can't use it as a yardstick? Is that what you're saying? Like, just an advice from you, like, if I affirm that the Bible is true,
sure.
I can't use it as a yardstick.
No, that's logical. If you confirm to yourself in your brain that the Quran is from God, I understand why Muslims talk about the previous scriptures the way that they do, because they're saying, no, this is from God. God is never wrong, so he can't be wrong. You've placed him in a position to not be wrong. I get that. I understand that. The problem is that there's no evidence to prove your God right. So you're just screaming everybody is wrong when the evidence is against your Quran. It's different when you have evidence to prove the Quran true, but it's another thing when you don't have the evidence to prove the Quran true and you're just running around saying everybody else who says something different is wrong. That's the point. So if you don't understand that, then I can't help you, bro. You have no evidence of an Injil that your Quran is talking about at all. You don't have any evidence of it. There's no evidence. You don't have no manuscripts, nothing. Nothing survived. Everything is corrupted. The Torah, the Injil, the Psalms, whatever scriptures your Quran talks about, you guys just scream it's corrupted and just argue with everybody else that tries to say this is what we have that's considered the Torah and the Injil. And you just say no, it's not because you want to believe Islam is true. That's the reason why.
I just feel it's common knowledge. If other scriptures were not corrupted, there's no need for the Quran. It's just a waste of time. Well, I understand you though. I just feel like we will have a fruitful conversation. If the debate, the argument was, is the Quran true? Then I think that would be a different perspective. So I think
this argument shows that the Quran is false. That's the point. But hey, look, man, I appreciate your calmness. I appreciate you being honest. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Abdul up. He's been waiting in the comment section. Yeah, next time you come in, let's just try to have a more open conversation, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you the Quran.
I'll try to study the Bible much and see where you're coming from too.
For sure, appreciate it, bro.
Listen, I be listening to them and I be trying to give them a leeway. Like, I'm listening to the Islam people and the Muslim people and I'm trying to give them leeway. They don't make sense on their arguments. Like, they ain't one time when they was like going against these guys that I be listening to and I was like, oh yeah, the Muslim they just never make sense, bro.
Yeah, talk in your mic, I can't hear you.
It almost gives me a headache listening to them sometimes, but I like to learn about the Islam and the Muslim stuff and what they believe. And from listening to the Christians point out what they believe in, I learn what they believe in. All right, and then listening to them try to defend it is priceless. That's why I listen to these debates. It's godly and it's informative.
Say something?
Because that's what most of the world conflicts have been about, people trying to dominate with religion and, nuclear powers.
People, they can't hear you, man. Say something?
Good. Hello?
What are you speaking on?
I am speaking on my mic is camera, so I use my mic as camera.
Yeah, we can barely hear you, man. You got another.
Is this better?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, put the mic up to your mouth, man.
Okay, you're right. So you have to like the verse Quran. نزل عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه وأنزل التوراة والإنجيل. الإنجيل is not the Bible.
Then what is it?
It's the revelation. Do you believe the Bible is revealed?
Brother, the Bible contains revelations of God. So, if the revelations that are found in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are not what Jesus spoke, the words of Christ, what is?
Yes, you have to prove that Matthew was revealed because it's not really the Injil, because the Injil is what was revealed. If you say that Mark is really the Injil, was Mark revealed? No, it was not revealed. This was written by eyewitness, by the disciple of Peter and Paul. Same with Luke. You have John, who's going to be attributed to Iris of Leons. With Iris of Leons,
what was revealed was written, right? In the Quran, right? The Quran was revealed and then it was written, right?
wait. So are you saying that the Injil was written?
1 second. The Quran was revealed and then it was written, right?
Yeah, but the Mus'haf is not the Quran. We don't say that the Quran is the Mus'haf. So if you're saying if you say that the written portion of the Injil is
that's not the argument. That's not my argument. My argument is that if you're going to claim that what we have isn't the Injil because it was written, it's a bad argument. So are you saying
that's false? Because the content, we call this in Arabic matan. The matan of the Quran is going to be revealed and it's identical to when we recite it. When you say the Injil, if we look at we call the Injil, what we call the Gospel, you say Matthew. But in Matthew 4:23, Jesus is going around Galilee preaching another Injil. So why is the Injil telling me Jesus preached another Injil? If we look at Luke chapter 3, verse 1, we see that Jesus is preaching the Injil of the chief scribe. So why is there two instances in your Injil, out of the two Injils you have, Jesus saying he preached another Injil? This means that that's not the Injil we're talking about. We're talking about the Injil that Jesus preached. Do you think Jesus preached Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John? This is absurd.
1 second. No wonder why you only talk about metaphysical stuff, Ahmed Qureshi, because you.
Alright, bro. Alright, have a discussion with me.
Because I'm not going to kick you. I'm not kicking you. You snuck your way up. You snuck your way up here. Now I'm going to show your ignorance on what it is that you're talking about. Because no one claims Jesus preached Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So we're not going to play.
This is what you're saying. This is what you're saying. Not enough. Let's talk now. So here's what you say, right? If you have the affirmation that the Injil, we have a condition with the Injil is. As I told you, نزل عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه والتوراة والإنجيل. If you're saying that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are relative to the Injil, but are identical to the Injil of its ability, this is wrong. Because we don't say anything is relative to the Injil. I'm asking you, what is identical, absolutely identical to the Injil of John from the race after Polycarp? No.
This shows
what?
This shows your ignorance of what it is that you're speaking about. Because just because someone in there says if you've preached another gospel than what we've preached, doesn't mean that they're talking about multiple gospels. The gospel means the good news. So that means that if you're saying something other than what we're saying here, then that means that you are accursed. So that means that if Muhammad is coming with a different message that was taught in Jesus' time by Jesus, that means that prophet is accursed, and that is literally what your prophet aligns with.
Okay.
So the problem is that your Quran says that an Injil was revealed to Jesus, means that the words of God was revealed to Jesus and he spoke it. So that means that when he spoke it, people heard it and wrote it down. So it doesn't matter what format that they wrote it down. These are the good news, that this is the good news, that is why that person is the curse. So it doesn't mean that they're talking about a different gospel, bro. When you read a verse like that and someone is saying something about a gospel or something differently preached, that's not talking about multiple gospels. It's talking about what was taught, period. What was taught, period, from Christ. Your Quran points us back to what Christ was talking about, and we go to see what Christ was talking about, and your Quran is false. And why are you in the dark? Turn the light on, man. Goodness.
It's just
It's
my
very
mind.
new.
Relax. So you made a few comments, right? You said that no matter what format they wrote the Injil is, this is what the Injil is. So if we take the reference that whatever Christ spoke was the Injil, and whatever they testified and wrote down what you spoke was the Injil. Okay, let's say the matan of what Christ spoke, the red letter would be the Injil. Okay, let's say this. Let's prove the authenticity of your four testimonies. Right? I'm going to ask you, who attributed the Gospel of John to John? Who wrote this?
Bro, this is the Muslim shuffle here. I'm not
This is
going
the
to
Muslim
talk
shuffle.
about...
What
This
is
is the
happening?
Muslim shuffle.
Oh!
Now I can't even
Relax, because
dude, you're doing well. You're doing well. Never tell us what the Injil actually is. Just argue what other people say the Injil is, but never give me what we want. We want to know from the Muslim. Look, we spent all of this time. We do this all the time with you guys. We tell you how we know what the Gospel of John is, who attributed it to the Gospel of John.
Because he on bullshit. He keep asking him, what is the Injil? Y'all saying the Injil is the truth, but y'all don't got no proof of it. Y'all can't tell us what it is. And they just do the Muslim shuffle and switch the topic.
How do you know he's telling the truth? So what I do is I'm not going to waste time going to people like Irenaeus and going to the chain of church fathers to show you how we know.
You know what? Because Irenaeus had the missing chain between him and Polycarp Smyrna. Polycarp, an anonymous person told
the reason why we don't go into that with you guys anymore is because even if you have disputes on a discrepancy in a chain or a narration or something given to somebody, doesn't dispute whether that is no longer the gospel of Christ, whether that is not a gospel from John, whether John didn't write that, whether Matthew didn't write that. That doesn't dispute anything because we have an early church father saying that these people wrote this gospel. And we only have hundreds of years later.
How early is Irenaeus?
We don't have any dispute of whether those people wrote those gospels until hundreds of years later.
You have dispute. We use dispute.
I said until.
No. You changed your answer now.
I never said we don't have disputes. You don't listen.
Oh, so you have disputes. So you admit you have disputes of who wrote the Injil. So you don't even know who wrote your Injil. You do not know who wrote your Injil. You made yourself that goofy. You made it always sound.
I did. I'll do it myself. But you mute up now. Look, you're not even listening. I said we don't have disputes until hundreds of years later. So everybody was unanimous on what the Gospels were and who wrote the Gospels. We don't have evidence of a dispute on who wrote the Gospels until hundreds of years later. That's facts. You can look that up. So the problem that you guys have is this. A Muslim will say this. I don't know what the Gospel is. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know what chapter it is, how many chapters it has in it. I don't know what's in it. I don't know anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to argue with you about how your gospel that you're presenting to me and claiming that it is the gospel is inauthentic. And then at the end of the conversation, we're both going to be left with not knowing what the gospel is. So even if I granted to you that Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is not the gospel, you will still not be able to tell me what it actually is. This is the reason why it's a waste of time trying to go over historical evidences as to how we know the gospel is the gospel. So go ahead, you can speak now.
Okay. First off, I'll be with you. We do not care who wrote the gospel because it's irrelevant to our transmissions. We only care who authored it and who verbally transmitted it. Writing is a physical inscription. It's irrelevant. If you look at our hadith, we do not have hadiths that are written down until many years later. Why? Because it's transmitted with auto transmission. You have mutawatir hadith, you have mass eyewitness accounts that keeps on time the chain narration. You do not have the same. You have supposedly John the Beloved. He told his disciple Polycarp of Smyrna. Polycarp of Smyrna told an anonymous person, and this anonymous person told who? Told Irenaeus of Lyon, and Irenaeus of Lyon gave you the statement in 186 AD that John the Beloved wrote the Gospel of John. for more than 150 years after you believe your God ascended, nobody believed that John the Beloved wrote the Gospel of John. It's only from induction.
Now watch this.
It's only an induction. It's only induction. And
now watch
that
this.
John wrote the Injil.
Okay, now watch this. I'm going to respond to this, and you're still doing the Muslim shuffle by trying to dissect whether I'm granting to you that what I have is not the gospel anymore. I've granted you that. And now I'm saying you present to me what the gospel is. That's the point. When we say, all right, fine, this isn't the gospel, what is it? You guys have no answer. So now, let me say
you admit you don't have the gospel. You don't have the gospel. You admit you don't have the gospel.
Come on, bro. You're smarter than me. You know what granting someone the argument means. Come on.
No.
Let's stop playing games.
You're not going to grant to me to run away and not get attacked.
Bro,
if you want to
let's stop. Let's
don't get attacked. This thing. I want you to absolutely admit that you do not know what your own gospel is.
We know what the gospels are. I'm telling you what they are. But I'm saying if you're going to tell, the argument is what is the Injil to the Muslim, not what is the Injil to the Christian.
What is the Injil universally? What is it? The Injil is not polysemic. It's univocal.
Okay, so now, so now I let you speak for a while. Let me respond for a little bit. You're not letting me respond for a little bit, and you're taking what I say out of context and having me derail the whole conversation. Now watch this. You can unmute. Go ahead, unmute. Now watch this. When was Bukhari born?
Where's the Injil? You're not gonna repeat this. I want you. When was Bukhari born?
There it is.
Bukhari born?
When was Bukhari born?
Okay. When was Bukhari born? When was the Injil written?
Wait, because you said we have 100.
Because this is what you do. This is what you do.
No, bro, I'm gonna have to kick you, bro. If you don't play these games, bro. You said that we have a 150 something plus year gap between the evidence and the information that we have about who wrote the Gospels and the name of this person. But you just literally admitted that the chain goes back to John from someone who knew John.
No, I said there's a broken chain. It's an anonymous person between you cannot compare to hadith. You cannot compare to hadith. One second. Let me talk. You cannot complain. You cannot compare to Sahih Bukhari. I'll tell you what. And Bukhari.
Now you're running, y'all.
We have an unbroken chain.
Shit. God damn. Ooh. Man, just going over rough potholes. Rough for me right now. Goodness gracious. But listening to these Muslims, you hear how he keep running from the question. Like, the question is, what is the Injil? He keep making up 1,000 other stuff besides just answering that question. What is the Injil?
Hear me one more time.
All right, I'm gonna have to kick you. You keep getting up, bro. Now you
John to Polycarp to an anonymous person.
Mute up.
There's a broken chain.
You're trying to get kicked.
There's no chain.
You're trying to get kicked, bro. Just mute, bro. Just mute, because I don't want you to leave. I'm about to destroy you. Because now look at what he's saying. He's saying, well, Bukhari doesn't work. The reason why I even bringing up Bukhari is because these dunce Muslims think that the chain between John and Irenaeus is somehow broken. But even if we grant that a chain is broken, right, which is not, even if we guarantee or give them a position once again, right, we still have a closer gap between Irenaeus and Jesus than Bukhari and Muhammad. Bukhari was born 200 years after Muhammad, which means that he couldn't have spoke with anybody who even rubbed a shoulder with Muhammad. So he's getting his information from people who couldn't even speak to Muhammad because he's born 200 years after Muhammad, which means the information that he had to get on his 16-year period of running around getting information, 600,000 hadith, in which the oldest hadith manuscript that they have of Bukhari is 970 CE, doesn't even date back to Bukhari's time. So that means the oldest manuscript of Bukhari is from a scribe 100-something years after he died. So we don't even have nothing Bukhari actually scribed himself. We have everything older. And I dare him to try to argue against this point, because I'm going to cut him with this. So the problem is that the person that you even have telling stories about Muhammad was born 2 years after Muhammad. This isn't, we're talking about Irenaeus. We're talking about Irenaeus. Aramaic is way closer than this. So the problem that you have is within your own ideology of how you're trying to dissect what the Injil is in the chain that we have. Bukhari couldn't have even.
Can I reply?
Bukhari couldn't have even spoken to anybody that knew.
Oh, okay. Can I reply?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Bukhari couldn't have even spoken to anybody that even knew Muhammad personally when speaking to each other. But yet you take what Bukhari said when he spoke to people who never ever spoke to Muhammad.
Very good. Now let me educate you on how Sahih Bukhari.
All right. So y'all hear the Muslim debate. That's what I'll be listening to sometimes, and I get godly information on what the Muslims believe and what the Christians believe. Okay. Yeah, I get information on what the Muslims believe, what the Christians believe. Yeah, I ain't heard them spoke no truth. Yeah, I studied a couple of them religions when I was in prison too. Yeah, I hope so. I hope I do feel better though with the fruits and whatever they give me, veggies and whatever they give me. Yeah, Atlanta traffic stay on some bullshit. Yeah, Ludacris made that song, Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way. Yeah, he probably was sitting in traffic when he came up with that song, Move, Bitch, listening to the beat. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. So what I'm doing right now is I had a little short, not too long run. And usually I like to try to run like 7 to 8 hours before I even break. But with the way my back is operating, hey, gotta cook up, right? So the way my back is operating versus sitting 6 and 8 hours straight through a drive, I've been breaking it down. You know, if it's a 10-hour drive, I try to do 5, take a little hour and a half break, come back and do another 5. So I think today was an 8-piece because I did 4 and I was like, I'm gonna break. I remember I kept saying I'm gonna break after like 4 hours. And I was thinking whether I want to take a 30-minute or hour and 30-minute break because, you know, we got 14 hours to drive, so they ain't going to mess with none of my drive time. So what I am going to do, I'm going to take me a little hour and a half break, let my back relax, and then I'm going to get back and knock it out. And I appreciate you tapping in, Tashiana Hines, Trucker Wife. I appreciate you tapping in. Couple more of y'all tapped in. I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. Appreciate y'all subscribing. How you pronounce that? Skyrix. Appreciate you tapping in, brother. And look, like I said, it's a millionaire mission out here. I know I ain't been reading The Power of Our Attitude, but one thing I can, yes, don't push it. Seriously, take that time. I post together. Eat some yogurt and fruits. Tashiwana. Tashanyu. Tashanyu. Seem like Tashana. I'm saying it wrong. Tashanyu. My bad for slaughtering your name. I'm gonna get on one of your videos. Make sure you pronounce it in the next video, so everybody that have problems pronouncing it start the video off like that. So I'll be knowing how to pronounce it the right way, because I'll be checking the videos when you drop them. But yeah, we're gonna push through this pain. But like I was saying though, in The Power of Attitude, oh yeah, that book is helping me get through this, no matter how much pain I feel, because I just keep feeling like I can't make myself feel, woe is me. I have to make myself feel, nigga, you got this. Nigga, you know you survived prison 3 years, nigga, what's a little pain? You free. You can still eat, you can still see, you can still walk, talk, you got all kind of blessings still. Even if you walking slow, nigga, it's better than not walking at all, being in a wheelchair, missing legs. So we gotta thank God for what we got and go from there. You feel me? And it get better. When you feel like you're all the way down on the ground, you can't go nowhere but up. So look up, pray up, send your prayers up, and watch the blessings come down. But you gotta move around. Can't sit on your ass like a clown. What I was about to say about that book. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep dropping this gem on there. Tashiana. Okay, like you used to like the sound. Okay, you, Tashiana. And this the thing that I got from that book that I'm gonna keep dropping. This won't be one of my things, and I'm probably gonna add it in my book too. Cause yeah, I want to write me a book. Your attitude. This is the thing. Your attitude and your thoughts. Your thoughts on your attitude. Your attitudes control your thoughts. Control your attitude, right? And your attitude becomes your words, and your words becomes your actions, and your actions become your habits, and your habit creates your life. So sometimes we have to change our thoughts because our thoughts become our words. So we have to have more positive thoughts so that our attitude could be more positive. And once we have more positive thoughts, we have more positive attitude, we say more positive words. We start saying more positive words and doing more positive things. We start having more positive results. More positive actions lead to more positive habits, leads to more positive results in our life. So if somebody died recently, I'm sorry that you lost a loved one. You know, we all gonna die sometimes at some point in life. So make sure if you are in touch with the people that you love, that you make sure that you give them that extra kiss, you give them that extra hug. Like Sean, Tashiana. It's so hard to describe. Tashana. That's how it sounds, Tashana. Okay, Tashana. I got you, Miss Tashana. Appreciate you. You gotta get some clarity. Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Hey, listen, my name is with a Z and not with a D, and people love to say my name with a D. I straighten them all the time. Even my aunties, they be like, I be like, you know my name end with a Z, right? Not with a D, right? So yeah, I don't care how many times you call me that, I'm gonna tell you that every time. So then until you stop, if you don't never do it till I die. If you don't get my name right till I die, I'm gonna correct you every time till I die. I'm be like, she ain't never get my name right till she died. She still was getting my name right. It's with a Z, C-H-A-Z. Chaz, they be calling me Chad. I don't care who they is. I straighten them. Aunties, relatives, family reunion. It is with a Z, not a D. I'm not that guy, okay? I'm the other one, the unique one. But yeah, and I actually got my chair. I don't know if to find out how this gonna help, cause I got my chair propped up like for my yes, yeah, I got my chair propped up so my back could stay straight, and I had my hands on the wheel like this, so I couldn't do no sort of leaning, louching. Found myself trying to louch a little bit, but I was like, let me just ride my back straight for a while. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna jump back here and I'm gonna take me a little nappity nap. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna jump up and knock out these other four when I get back up. Actually, if I feel any better when I wake up, I'm gonna actually knock out a chapter of that book, because I'm looking at the time, and I was trying to knock out 5 books before the year was out, but it looked like we only gonna get to looks like we only gonna get to about 4, because we still got a good amount of chapters to go in this book. What chapter we on? We on part 2. I think this like, that's the thing. You go from saying chapter, see, and then they say part 7. Oh, this say 7. So I don't know. We got more chapters to go. That's all I know. Take that medicine. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna go. Probably not at this truck. Stop at the next one. I'm in the back of this one right now. So to drive around the front, pull on the pump after sleeping for an hour, that ain't gonna work. But if I got to get ice or anything, I'm definitely gonna grab something. But I can say this book right here, even though I'm only halfway through it, this book with that mentality I gave y'all about the thoughts that you have is helping me tremendously, especially at a time where I need to have the right thoughts. Appreciate you. Tashana, appreciate you, Miss Tashana. Yes, I need them. Hold up. I need them prayers, you heard me? But yeah, y'all just keep a positive thought on this millionaire mission. It ain't gonna look like you're gonna secure the bag. It just, think about it. If you think about it right now, let's just say you start from 0 right now. How far are you away from $1 million? You're $1 million away. It seems like a impossibility, but everything is possible with our God. Nothing is impossible. You don't have to work until you die. You don't have to work until your back goes out and now you have to figure something else out. No, just pray, stay prayed up, stay working, stay focused. What you have to do is come up with a business plan and execute that business plan, and then you'll have money in hand. I'm just saying, Mr. Milkman, Mr. Milktastic, splashing in the fishbowl on this millionaire mission with my Miami colors. And as I move closer to this camera, my back is screaming, what the hell are you doing, man? So we're going to take a little nap. Right. That's why I say you got to keep putting out good energy in the universe, in the world. You got to put out this good. Can't have the negative thoughts. You got to have positive thoughts, because even though them thoughts just in your head, it's almost like I was saying about being connected with your inner child. And yes, I have thoughts on that inner child shit. I be thinking that's some crazy shit to be, what, inner child? Like, no, you're an adult. You have to thinking as an adult. But that way, when you so adulty, you don't have no imagination. We become adults so used to paying bills that we forget the imagination and the power of the tongue. Like speaking this stuff, somebody might say, oh, you speaking fantasy, or you ain't living in reality. You have to speak it into existence. God spoke the world into existence. So if I'm saying I want a mansion with a pool in the front and a pool in the back and a Rolls Royce and a Lamborghini outside, it might sound outlandish. It might sound greedy. It might sound a lot of things to other people. But this is the vision I have for my life. I want to be comfortable. I know some people are like, oh, you don't need all that money. Maybe you don't need all that money. I don't want to have to get up and go punch nobody clock and worry about no money. I used to commit crimes to get money. Money is one thing that I want to have. I want to be wealthy, so I'm working towards that. And some people don't. The mediocre life is okay for them. Well, bitch, I don't want to be mediocre. I want to ball out of control. I want the best things in life. All right. But sometimes we have to be humble and eat them Roman noodles so that we can get to those Longhorn steak days and take the wings home for later on. You understand me? So it's a balance in life. You can't always, you got to be humbly confident or confidently humble. You know what I'm saying? But it's a balance in there. You got to be confident enough to go get what you want and know that God is with you enough to bless you to get it. Right. You gotta know how to. Yes, sometimes we're gonna go out and get the steak and the lobster and be bougie, but sometimes we're gonna sit in the truck and eat these peanut butter and jellies and eat these noodles and, you feel me, and sip on this ice water. You understand me? For Yeah, sometimes you eat that food like, hey, it be nigga riders kicking in. It be right then. You already know. As soon as you get done eating the plate, you like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just nap up before we get back on the road because it don't make sense. I'm gonna drive for an hour and be sleepy. Let me go ahead and get my sleep out the way now. But yeah. So I don't know. I gotta come up with a better word than inner child. Inner child just don't sit right to me. It seems like you not inner child. You just get back in touch with your imagination. We gotta get back to imagining and using our imagination and creating the things we want to see, bringing it to fruition. And don't just be out here dreaming and sitting on your ass. You gotta come up with a plan, a dream, and go work for it. You ain't eating nothing but sleep for dinner. Oh, nah, that ain't gonna work. Cause when you get up and try to run, you can't be running on E out here. You gonna be out there at McDonald's. And I ain't saying nothing wrong with McDonald's, because sometimes that's all we got. Let me see what we got. We got Hardee's, Subway, Arby's, and McDonald's. If you somewhere lucky, you might see a Waffle House. If you lucky. And they might know how to cook the grits. If you lucky. If not, you might see a Waffle House and just have some rough grits. Yeah, I didn't eat McDonald's for a lot of years, but, once I got back out here OTR, sometimes that's the only thing at the truck stop that's open at 3 o'clock in the morning. So McDonald's it is. I'm going to eat before I starve. I don't like them little mystery nuggets. I don't like them burgers that I know ain't really burgers, but, I done ate it my whole life. It ain't killed me yet, so I ain't gonna act like I'm too bougie for the hot dog, the glizzy. I ain't gonna act like I'm too bougie for the McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna be my preference, what I'm trying to go to. But sometimes when you're driving like a mad person that don't see that the time is getting late, by the time you look at it, it's 2 in the morning and you at the pilot and ain't nothing here but McDonald's. Or a hot dog. We gonna get that. Let me get that McDouble. Let me get that what's they famous meal? I used to love them Big Macs, and then I realized that's one of the thinnest burgers they got. Yeah, let me get a quarter pounder. It don't. They don't even make their fries the right way no more. How you mess up the fries? They don't even make the fry. I could usually just go in there and get me some fries and be good. They don't even make the fries good no more. But that's funny. Tashana, that is funny. We be trying to avoid that McDonald's, but hey, sometimes it is what it is. See, right now I got my refrigerator down, so I can't freeze no drinks or nothing. So I really been kind of spending extra money because I ain't been able to do the Walmart run thing. And I ain't tripping about the refrigerator because I figure they might try to charge me for that, so I ain't comment on that yet. But we're gonna figure it out. Let me go ahead and get my nap in. Like I said, if I feel better once I rest, I'm gonna read another chapter of this. Cause I really did want to finish the book before the year out, but it seemed like this pain thing, it ain't playing games. So I'm gonna take me a nap, try to get in a comfortable position. I appreciate you, Tashiana, for checking in. I appreciate all the rest of y'all for checking in. If you're watching this on the replay, we should be at 2K subscribers today. I think I had like couple videos went up, brought a couple extra subscribers in. I appreciate y'all your new subs. If you need a sub, let me know you need a sub. I will come sub to your channel because I want you to get some YouTube money too. I don't know why everybody acting like they don't want money. People be acting like, oh, how much? If you ask them how much money you want, just enough money to survive. No, nigga, not me. I want more money than I know what to do with. You heard me? Alright. Tap it in, splashing in the fishbowl. Milkman, Mr. Milktastic. We pushing through the pain, baby. We ain't doing no complaining. Our attitude is it got to get better. And I did use my mouth to tell God to take me out of here, but I think he know that I was just frustrated at the time, and hopefully he ain't listening to me and finna come get me and take me to the pearly white gates yet. There's a lot of things I ain't get to do I still want to do. Might jump out of a plane or two, parachuting. skydiving or something. We're going to figure it out. We're going to live life up to the fullest, though. Make sure y'all do the same. Don't be out here living a mundane life. God gave you a life, and it's beautiful. So live it up to the fullest. Love those that love you. And if you mess up, let's say you mess up on love. Because you know how your ex like to double back. Make sure you treat them people right. They give you a chance to be in their presence again. Because when you separate from people that you love, that shit hurt. It hurts so much. You could just think about them people and start crying. Oh, yeah, I want my lady, I want my baby. So when you get a chance, make sure you treat them right. You know what I'm saying? If you got a significant other in your life, treat them right. Make them your freak. Make them your everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cut your deep like Shrek. For sure. But you know, God is good. God is great, man. We gonna be good and we gonna be great and we gonna get this cake. You heard me? Like it's our birthday. Let's splash in the fish bowl. Splash hard, extra hard. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all that good stuff. Get you some money. I'm gonna be back. If I feel better, we gonna read a whole chapter. If not, I'm gonna tap in and we gonna push it. I was thinking about it like I ain't never been married, but after this little debacle right here, I don't understand how you could ever love again. It's like, damn. Almost make you don't want to love again. But I guess, you know, they say time heals all wounds and you'll love again. So I guess, yeah, we will love again, maybe. I ain't looking for it right now. I'm just cooling and taking all advantage of any time she come around. And also, I got to figure out, I don't know. It is something for me to figure out, but I ain't do nothing. You feel me? About 4 years. Yeah, I gotta figure out this other situation, but I ain't do nothing for these people to be not letting me see this little one. So Charlie was on your ass. You ain't going nowhere. Come out. That's how you got to be, though. You got to be persistent with what you want in life, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Charlie. Came and got it. You feel me? You gotta be persistent in life what you want. And like I say, you get a chance and you be with the people that you love. Enjoy these people, man. Life is short. We got wars and rumors of wars across the way. We'll never know when something can happen over here. And that's another reason why I kind of been wanting to be more local based. I almost feel like it's been 6 years. That's what's up. I almost feel like this back pain is God way of sort of forcing me out the truck so I could be local in case some shit finna go down and pop off. I need to be in the area and not 1,000 miles away. So we don't know. We're gonna stay prayed up. God be with us. Don't no bombs or nothing start dropping around here. But while everything is at calm and at peace, make sure you getting some extra canned foods, getting some extra water, toilet paper, lights, flashlights, batteries, radios, anything that, like, let's say a hurricane was coming or a storm was coming or you knew the power was going to be out, all that extra backup equipment. Make sure you got a tub or a tote in your house full of all the backup and emergency stuff you might need. Candles, flashlights. You know, I think they call it a bug out bag. That's like when you can grab this bag and you got supplies that'll last you at least a week or something like that. Hey, get you a bug out bag or something together. Because you never know when times can get hard. And you don't want to be the person in Walmart trying to fight and scramble for water because ain't no water at the house. And I think, I'm glad I said that. I got to make sure that's one of my first trips to go to Walmart and get about 7 to 10 cases of water. People be looking at me crazy when I be in Walmart getting all that water. Like, yeah, bitch, you looking crazy now. But if some shit happening and these shelves is scarce, I'd rather have me a good 10 cases at the house of water and some toilet paper and some rice and some shit that I can cook. You know what I'm saying? Even with the rice, I was like, nah, I told my girl, get the yellow rice too. Don't just get the white rice. Matter of fact, get the yellow rice, the white rice, the brown rice. Because when times is scarce, that rice come in handy, nigga. That rice come in handy. We might be out there shooting squirrels and eating rice, nigga. Brown rice and squirrels or some shit. I know damn sure for sure times get harder in Florida. They're going to be eating rice and iguanas and rice and pythons, nigga. There's no rice and alligators, nigga. Ain't no starving in Florida until all the goons in the bayous are empty, but it's some food down there. But hey, man, we just splashing in the fishbowl, having a good time. Tashiana, I'm gonna holler at you. The rest of y'all that subscribed, I appreciate you. Shine of mine. Be safe out there on the road. Try black rice. I never really heard of black rice. I mean, I seen black rice, but I never tried it. I will try, but you be safe on the road. Y'all be safe out there on the road. Y'all stay on y'all millionaire mission. You can DM me at IG. Just put in 1 millionaire mission clothing. You'll see me. DM me the colors you want, and we will get you together. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Prayers up. Stay focused. Splashing in the fishbowl with another episode. There we go.